I was one of my favorite show, my proudest show, as being a dancer was being part of the Michael Jackson "This Is It" tribute. So when Michael Jackson died, he was preparing for his "This Is It" tour. Unfortunately, it never happened. Yeah. So because that never happened, there was a lot of people who were trying to find a way where people can see his work. So I was very happy that I was from my school that I was selected to be part of the Michael Jackson tribute, and we did the performance in Twickenham Stadium in front of 8,000 people.
What is the one song that best describes you?
I want to give a song that described me from your country, and it's this song. Please forgive me if I don't pronounce it right. Mm-hmm. Hey, are you ready? Yeah. It's the song that goes Kokoroko,
about Balungo. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what. Put that song on.
Yeah. I think you in South Africa we call them.
Yeah, something similar. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
And it doesn't have hard shell or soft shell.
Yeah, it's brown. You fry it. It's like a donut.
Yeah.
It's like a donut.
Fat cake. Yeah, fat cake. Where you at? Where you at?
So I am in London. So I'm based in the UK in London. Oh. And this is where I'm staying now, where I'm doing my music business and entertainment industry here. But I'm from Leicester originally. Leicester is in the UK, so that's where I mostly grew up. And I've just literally moved to London last year, just to dive in more harder in the music industry, because this is where London is the place to just network and just showcase what you've got. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit competitive, but when you network and get out there, you can find your feet.
Okay. So welcome to Captivated Digital. Let's start off there. So this is a platform for people like you, of course. So what we do is we take South Africa, we take it to the world, and bring the world to South Africa. And today we are out, with you in the UK, and we're in London. Yeah. It's a great pleasure.
And we're in SA. I wore the hat. SA represent, because people like to wear hats.
Oh, hats off. So we might ask to people what's happening under your hat. We might just ask, just.
Hey, my friend, you see the trim is not trimming. Maybe next time when I'm in SA, you see my head.
We're getting a lot of people into SA. Us alone, we are becoming
like agents.
Agents for this. Yeah. Brand SA must just
get something done.
Anyways, let's start off, man. So Michael Roses, let's start from there, man. So where does your journey start? You started off saying you're from Leicester originally, but so please, you are a performing arts performer, right? So
I'm a performer. So let me start my journey. So I was born in Malawi, and I came to the UK at a young age. For those people who don't know where Malawi is literally next to Zimbabwe, not far to South Africa as well.
Yeah.
So I came here from a young age, and for me to adapt with English and the culture here in the UK, for me to be able to understand people, it was through music and performing arts. So first, obviously, when I came to the UK at a young age, we had TVs, and I was new to TV because I was a village boy. So television was still like new to me here in the UK. So watching TV, people like Beyonce, 50 Cent, Michael Jackson, on those things, it was quite interesting. And to me, it was like, oh, I want to do something like that. But I never knew how I could be able to communicate with people with my language, because it was quite different. So in school, from a young age, I think the teachers realized that I was a natural dancer, because at home in the village in Malawi, I would dance in the market because that was naturally me just dancing, having fun, enjoy, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Freedom. So I think when the teachers were seeing me in break time or lunchtime, they'll start to include me in stuff that's related to performing arts and gymnastic so that I could adapt with the English and I'd be able to communicate with people. So performing arts is where it all started, to be fair, from a young age.
And performing arts. Do you remember your first what was it, by the way? Was it dance? Was it play? Was it
So the first thing was dance, because dancing to me is a natural thing. As Black people, if you've got rhythm, it's natural with you. And then from there, you just learn to grow and to adapt and just experiment with the moves that you've got in you. And secondly, because dance and was a natural thing, music, having a good ear of music. Because remember, again, I grew up in the village and in Malawi where we didn't have piano and drums. We will use our hands and our voices for us to create full good music. Because we use our hands and voices, I will move to it, even though there's no pianos or guitars. I'll still move to the sound of what I hear. Do you know what I mean? So I think from there, after that, I just took it further. My dancing career, I took it a bit further and I went to musical theatre. I went to college. I did my musical theatre and acting. After understanding the performing arts, done auditions. I've done a couple of shows, and I was one of my favorite show, my proudest show, as being a dancer was being part of the Michael Jackson "This Is It" tribute. So when Michael Jackson died, he was preparing for his "This Is It" tour. Unfortunately, it never happened. So
yeah.
because that never happened, there was a lot of people who were trying to find a way where people can see his work. So what most companies and dance companies were doing a tribute tour for Michael Jackson just in different places, and it so happened to we had one of the Michael Jackson choreographers, Travis Payne, who came to the UK, and I think he put on something with a dance company called Project Excel. And they were just looking for school kids who are inspired by Michael Jackson, who would like to be part of this thing that they're doing. So I was very happy that I was from my school that I was selected to be part of the Michael Jackson tribute. And we did the performance in Twickenham Stadium in front of 8,000 people. So that was like my first time, like in a stadium, loads of people watching you. And but again, I didn't feel alone because I was part of a dance crew, which was different dancers who were inspired by MJ in 2010. I think from there is what made me hungry because being on that stadium and performing in front of 8,000 people, I was like, I want people to see my work of what I do, my skills. You know what I mean? Because I was with people, I thought, but I enjoyed the energy. I was like, I like this. This is cool. This is pretty dope. And then after that, I think after I'd done that show, teachers were like, you should definitely take this further, go to do some ballet and jazz contemporary. Black boy from the village doesn't know about ballet. So it was all new to me because dancing for me was street dancing, body popping, just making it up. But here in the UK, they have a different type of dancing where you learn ballet, contemporary, jazz, lyrical. So most young kids will learn those type of things from a young age. For me, I started learning those things at the age of 16 because obviously because I was dancing naturally and doing shows here and there. Teachers like, all right, you're about to finish school, you're going to go college. What do you want to do? I was like, I just want to dance, but I don't know what to do. She's like, all right, cool. My daughter has a performing art school. You should go there. Went there, did 4 years of intense training, loved it, did a bit of theatre, did shows here and there. And then from there, I realized, you know what? The real power is music because no matter what music you dance to, that's not your music. You're dancing to somebody's music. And I
Yes.
realized music is forever going to be there, and you can generate it, and you can generate income for that is a timeless thing. Where once you release music, it's out there forever. But as a dancer, it's like you have to work hard, and you've got one moment for you to look good. And if you break your leg, you break your leg, and that's it, you're finished. Like, all you can do now is teach.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was like, oh, I need to find a way. So I naturally enjoyed music anyway, and my father was a pastor as well. So growing up in the church was a no-brainer because obviously he had music all over you anyway. So I naturally picked up the skills to able to adapt myself in the church when there's no a piano guy to play the piano. So I'll cover his shift. When
Yeah.
he's late, he will take over. If the drummer is late, I'll take his drum session. And if he comes, he comes, and I'm off back to ushering, bringing people to sit down. That was my role in church. So that's how I picked up music. But then I can't sing. I ain't got a voice. So I was like, hey, what can I do? I want to be like these stars. I want to dance. I want to showcase my music, but I can't sing. So I thought, all right, cool. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look for somebody who can sing, and I'll just teach them my performing skill of what I can do. Because I was quite good at owning the stage. I'm able to adapt with the audience and just perform something that makes them feel good. You understand? But I don't have a voice. I can't scream and you know what I mean? So I thought, you know what, cool. I'm gonna look for a singer. Looking for a singer was quite interesting. I think this was in 2013. Most people had Snapchat. I don't know if people Snapchat. So I had a couple mutual friends on Snapchat. And then sometimes, when your friend just catches you slipping and you're singing at the background, that's what happened. I found one of my friends recording this girl singing in the background. I was like, hey, who's that girl? She's dope. So that's how I found this girl. Her name's Kiana. So I found her in 2013. And then from there, we just literally just connected. But she was living in London. I was living in Leicester. So we had to she had to commute, or I would have to commute forth and back. So in the first year, we just experimented, just wrote different. Well, she wrote different songs. I was just trying to find my feet in the music industry because there isn't a school for you to actually learn the music industry. You kind of have to figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
And the rest of it is just research. Do you know what I mean? So as a Black person, we are really quite good at innovating and being creative with what we have around us. So that's what I did in the first year, just be creative. But then it came to a point where she lives too far. I need to figure out how I can craft my skill as a manager and have more experience. So what I did was, all right, cool. What I did was I started to network with people in my city for me just to experiment my theories of how to manage artists and develop them to be a performers, not just sing, but for them to own the stage. Because I think what's so important with artists is that we forget how to perform on stage where people have paid £20. I don't want to be standing there watching you jumping on the stage up and down. Entertain me, make me feel like my £20 is worth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was one of the advantage of me being a manager, where I could work with artists who have no experience of how to entertain the stage, but they've got the skills of how to sing and how to rap. Do you know what I mean? The only thing is missing is for them to look like a star on the stage. So that was one of the things I was quite good at, is being able to use any resources around me and make an unknown person look like a star in front of the screen. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I literally started. That's literally just networking with people, talking with people, and just perfecting my craft as a manager, so that I don't have to do the long things that I don't know for my artist Kiana. So I was doing everything for me to be experienced before she can be taken to the next level. Because she's actually a really good singer, the girl I've got, and she was on The Voice the UK. I don't know if you heard of The Voice UK. She was on The Voice. Yeah, she was on The Voice UK, and I realized, okay, you can sing, you can rap, and you can perform on the stage really well. The only thing you need really and truly is able to know how to market your music, how to grow a community, and how to have an audience fan base. So for me, it was really just me working with people, was just me getting better for my own artist. But the artist wouldn't know I'm actually practicing for me to get better for her. Me, I'm just training you for you to look good on the stage. So that's how, yeah.
Man,
It's,
how many artists would you say you've worked with? Um,
so I work so in Leicester, my hometown. I had a mate, I have a friend called Arnold, and he has a label called Black Money. He's from Uganda. Now he has 7 artists. He had no idea of how to manage artists or even how to even begin in the music industry. And he will watch my stuff as a dancer and be like, "Hey, bro, I see your stuff. How do you get into this stuff like you're into? Can you help me? I have a group of boys and I just need help and advice of how to get into the industry." So I was like, at the moment, I don't work with boys. I only work with females because I've already got a person I'm working with. But I'm gonna give it a try because she lives in London and you here in Leicester, so we can kind of like figure it out together and work as a team. And that's what we did. So in the 4 years, I've worked with one, two, three, four, seven artists from his group, and they're amazing artists. I must send you some of the stuff. I don't think I
yeah,
sent you.
please. Yeah, please do. Please do.
So they have great artists. There's Titus, there's Big Trippy, there is Aries, and there is a Young S, Dance, and Tiny. Those are his artists, and he just covers the boys. So we became really good management where we were both feeding from each other's knowledge and skills. Do you know what I mean? And and he would just be like, "All right, cool. What would you do for Kerala? And can you
Yeah,
do that for me, my artist?"
yeah,
And
yeah,
that's what I would do for him. And then we came to a point where, all right, cool. It's been 4 years. I feel like you're doing your thing very good. Things are picking up quite good. I'm gonna move to London.
yeah,
Do you know?
yeah, yeah.
So I moved here last year, and and when I moved here, I thought, all right, cool. I've done my dance studies, I've done my theatre studies, but I haven't got anything in music that's on paper, but I've got experience in the music industry. So I
Yeah.
thought, all right, cool. Let me just apply for any small uni course that related to the music industry. And somehow I ended up to apply for Sony Records. So Sony Records has
Mm.
a music school called Notting Hill Academy
Okay.
of music. Yeah, so I joined that and so I'm literally taking a course called Creative Music Business. I think I have it in somewhere. But yeah, I'm doing a creative music business course at the moment for me just to understand how contracts work, distribution deal is, and knowing how to license your work for your artists so they can be safe, PRS. And I'm learning all this stuff so that I can also apply everything I've learned back home in my village. Because
Hmm.
what one thing I've understood about the UK and what we have in this new generation is that we have tools and resources where if we give some of those tools and resources, the basic ones, over
Hmm.
back home to my country, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, a lot of young kids they can innovate and do better than the people in the UK. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want a thing where I don't want the kids in Africa back home where they feel like they need to come overseas for them to be major superstars. You don't anymore. You
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? So learning all these things and just protecting the artists is also the same way I want to protect these young African kids when I go back home, where even if they do become successful back home in Africa with their own resources and their own music, is do they know how to collect the music money? Do they know how royalties work? Do they know how community and how fan base work? Because the
Mhm.
only thing they know is how to create good music and make people feel good, which is super important. Do you know what I mean? If you've got a skill for that, big people want to take you. Do you know what I mean? They want to
Yeah.
take you because you have the skill to make an audience feel good. So yeah, man.
And I believe that's been one of the main challenges, that we've had on this side as well.
Mm,
Some major Amapiano hits have been coming
mm,
out, but then, they've been coming out from guys who are creating music in bedrooms,
yeah,
in garages, but they don't
mm,
know the in and outs of,
yeah.
music industry, the music business, licensing, all these things, I think, that's also that's something that's needed. Uh,
It is. It is.
Oh,
I don't know what you guys have in South Africa, because here in the UK, anybody can be a an artist. But when you become any artist, there's ways to license yourself and protect your music. We have a thing called PRS. We used to pay for like £100, and that covers you forever and stuff. So when you perform on a stage or any performance place, let's say you've not been paid to perform, yeah, you're not being paid to perform, but this place has license to play music. So that means if you perform on this stage, PRS will pay you because you performed live. Do you know what I mean? It's called performance rights.
performing rights,
I
yeah.
don't know what you guys have in Africa that's similar with the UK music licensing. I don't know what you guys have there, so I'm quite intrigued if you have anything similar.
Both Samro and Risa, the rights,
We've established
Yeah.
infrastructure.
Yeah,
Yeah, the only problem is, with the music that's coming out now, they're going directly from the bedroom straight to TikTok, and it's blowing up. You understand? So there's a
yeah,
whole line of registering your music,
yeah.
protecting, that they're missing.
There is.
You understand? So what you're saying is really important for a lot of artists.
And that genre is also very young as well.
Yeah.
I'm a piano.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I'm a piano's killing it here in the UK. I don't know if you guys know an artist called D-Ray. She has a song called Budiza.
Easy.
Budiza.
Check it out. Yeah,
Check it out.
Yeah, check it out.
One thing that you need to know, the Amapiano that the world is consuming and the
Yeah.
Amapiano that Africans are consuming, totally different.
Fast.
Totally.
There's a new track, there's a new hit every week.
Totally different.
You gotta keep up with this.
Yeah.
Can't keep up with this.
You lot get the new music before us. We have to wait for a couple.
For it to blow up and then the DJ start playing it.
I want to ask you, now that you studying your course within the music space, I want to know what's your thoughts on the streaming situation and the value for talent. I mean, like the remuneration, say 1 million views or 1 million streams as like peanuts, so what's your thoughts on that coming from an institution that is basically also part of the people who are going the route of the streaming route? What are they teaching you guys about that industry?
Okay. With streaming, I don't like it. I really do not like it because it just does not make sense at all, and it changes every single time. And no matter how much we independent artists fight for them to make a change in the streaming world, it's never going to change. The bigger people are always going to win and have it their way. But the only thing what I can say to independent artists is grow your community. And the best way for me to give you an example as grow your community is think of it as if, all right, when you go to church, or let's say you've started a new church, you're going to have one person coming in. But whoever comes in, they're actually coming for God, to praise God. That's the product what church is really selling, which is God. Do you know what I mean? And you come there because we all are coming there to celebrate and to worship God, this person who has created this world. So you're coming for that. Because you're coming for that, you're growing your community. So the message you're preaching to them, that's your people. So it's not like you're seeing preachers keeping up numbers with streaming. No, they just look at the people. Whoever's hear the message, hear the message. The most important thing I can tell about people is have your own community where if you have 10 people who are dedicated and passionate and they come to your show and they're willing to pay something from you that is physical, you're good because you're making more money than, let's say, 1,000 people or 1,000 streams. In those 1,000 streams, can you say 10 people will buy £24 of product from you? No.
It's not guaranteed.
It's not. And with the streaming, I hate this topic, but I don't like it so much because it's actually ridiculous, because it's come to a point where we are going to have to make our own streaming service or our own platforms where if we disable these big giants, Apple, Spotify, if we all stop using their platforms to listen to music and make our own platforms, I'm telling you, those people will crumble down. But again, it's like they have majority of the community. They've built a church.
Yeah,
That's where all the numbers, and that's where people pay the subscription to listen to music because it's free. The found a way. Do you know what I mean? Some people don't mind adverts, but again, it's like we, the artists, who have put our heart and soul into this song that you have skipped in less than 1.4 seconds. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not a big fan of streaming, and I think artists should really forget about, do not forget, but don't have your hopes to have a financial breakthrough through streaming. Have your hope in the people. Have your hope that your song has changed somebody's life, or has made somebody feel good, or has made somebody change the perspective from whatever they were thinking from. That is the real streaming. Do you know what I mean? When it gets captured somebody. And then from streaming, you've got download. So yeah, my opinion about streaming is trash. I hate it, and I think it is shut down. And I'm hoping God will find a way to strike it.
Definitely. Now, I would think, in the world of cryptocurrencies, if they were to maybe, back the streaming to a currency, Ethereum or Bitcoin, at least there would be more money. But they
I
wouldn't.
think there is something they've started. I think it's already happening now. It's called NFT. I don't know if you heard of NFTs.
The NFT,
yeah. They've started a thing where you can turn your music now into NFTs. Do you know what I mean? And you own a share from that. So
how long are NFTs going to be around for? Like how you don't have
NFT is just starting, and I think it is going to grow bigger and bigger as the year goes on, because again, technology is advancing, people are advancing, people's attention span is changing. Do you know what I mean? Before we didn't mind waiting for the internet to buffer. We didn't mind for our mouse to be lagging slowly. We didn't mind that. But now we get so upset and so mad when we tap something and it's taking 10 seconds for it to load. Do you know what I mean? Things are changing quick, where they're trying to find simple ways and effective ways for people to enjoy music, to access information, or to even have an income, an easy way to make an income for yourself through music or whatever it is. Things are changing quite quick, so I feel like NFT will grow so big to the point where I think streaming will crash down. To be fair.
Yeah. Just let us know, because you mentioned a lot of stuff. I just want to find out, are you personally busy with any projects, maybe in the theater or dancing?
Yes. So right now, I took 5 years off being on the spotlight on TV and dancing, because I was working on my artist project, which I still am. Because I've moved to London now, I've found my feet again. I'm in the middle of coming back on stage, but right now I'm actually working on Kiala, my artist, who I have been working with for the last 8 years. Now, the music we're trying to make, or she's making, I'm also trying to amplify on top, is the sounds of James Brown, Michael Jackson, Beyonce, and most importantly, African music. The reason, oh my gosh, I'm a piano. Do you know those guitars?
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring that. I'm trying to reproduce. For example, let's say in the 1970s, where James Brown was making music. Let's say Amapiano was popping in that time, the same time as funk. How will funk and Amapiano sound like if they're implicated those guitars in funk? Do you know what I mean? So that's the kind of music and sound me and Kiala are trying to recreate and do. And on top of that, I'm trying to put a show on where I can showcase the skills and the skills I have learned, and just showcasing my art gallery and my journey of what I've been through. And with that, it's basically what I want to pitch to back home in my village back home, saying, hey, I left my home when I was at this age. I came here, I've learned this, and I'm bringing it home for you guys. So that's basically, so I'm working on my artist album so that I can take it back home to showcase, hey, you guys can also do this, but you don't have to be in this country to do this.
What's her name again?
Her name is Kiala.
Yeah. How do you spell that?
Yeah. I'm gonna send you her stuff as well after this. But yeah, so right now I'm literally just working on her EP, and I'm working on myself on well, trying to get back on acting. I'm literally in the middle of a new agent, but I've
Okay.
got some cool stuff coming up. But the most important stuff and exciting stuff is Kiala. That one, I can't wait for you guys to actually fully hear
Yeah.
it. The voice is
How do you spell it for those who are Googling?
so Kiala. That's Keyillah. Kiala.
Yeah. All right, that's dope. That's dope. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's schedule her. Let's speak with her as well, so that we can get the music
That'd
out
be great.
and people can actually see who we're actually referring to. Yeah, that would be
Yeah. I will do. I will make sure I will let her know to come on with you guys.
yeah. Now you mentioned the movies as well. We saw
Mhm.
on your profile that you've been in some productions as well. So
Yeah,
yeah,
so yeah, I have been in some production. So in the years of my performing art theatre training, I was also being getting casted for films and roles. So being on TV and being on stage is quite different. And I was a very theatre person, and I really wanted to move away from theatre to be on TV. So what I did was just join agencies, and I got to be on some couple of films as an extra on TNT. There's a series called Will, based on William Shakespeare, and that's on TNT. And that was my first time being on TV and seeing the difference of what happens being on a TV set and being on stage. Do you know what I mean? On TV set is less pressure because you can actually make mistakes and take it again.
yeah,
Being on
yeah.
stage, my friend, you have one chance, one time. If you make a mistake, forget about it. So that was literally my thoughts. Like, you know, I really want to get into TV because theater, I'm quite nervous. I love it. I love performing on stage, but at the same time, it's biased because you have to audition for certain roles for you to be on stage. And I didn't like how somebody can sit down here and say you are not taking this role because I think you're black and you're not the right skin color for this. You can't have this role because you're short. We don't want short person on the stage. Do you know what I mean? So that made me mad. I was like, that's
Yeah.
not fair. So I've trained all these years, and after training, if I audition for stuff, I might not get it. What the heck? I want to get this role. If I want it, I want it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let me move into TV and how it works. Once you have a camera, you can make anything. You don't need to audition. You make your own audition. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I learned the difference between theatre and filming. Filming, you can make your own. Theatre is you really have to be really, really good for you to impress people. TV and filming, you can edit where people be like, oh my gosh, is that real? Do you know what I mean? So that's how I got into a TV. So I've been into 3 programs. So I've been on a drama series called Will, and I've been on a reality kind of a dating show, but it's not a dating show. And it's called Street Mate. And I have been on another program which is on Netflix. It's called Paranoid, and that one I was just an extra because why? I wanted the experience of what it feels like to be on the TV set before I can be out of my own way and start making my own film. Do you know what I mean? So what I did was quite clever for me was like I wanted to understand how theatre works professionally and how being on TV works professionally. And from there, basically innovate and teach the same thing what we watch to my people.
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
And I'm seeing a lot of productions that are actually Netflix productions that are coming out from London. You know, well, such things like Top Boy, they really brought the spotlight to London. And I saw that there's a production coming out now, which shows some superhero thing that's happening in London, for London.
Yes. That one, I think that's the new film written by Ratman. I don't know if you watched
Yeah,
Shiro's story. Yeah, he that's
yeah,
the new one. See,
that's
now with that, yeah, you see that new one you guys were talking about, that type of thing is what is a thing where most of young black people should be making those type of films. So it's amazing that has come out, but at the same time, it's like, why has it taken this long to have a group of black people to make movies like this?
yeah,
Do you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
So that's the one of the thing I want to change. I want to start making like guys, you don't always need to have $1 million or pound for you to make this high budgeted film. Use what you have, look what's around you, look what you can get, and
Yeah.
make it big.
That's dope.
We actually should also hook you up with a dude from New York. His name is Taylor.
Yeah,
We'll hook with him. He has a channel, EBN TV. I mean,
yeah.
channel. So maybe some of the things that you are thinking about doing and productions that you are thinking about running into, we'll hook you up with him. Maybe
Please,
on
yes, yes, so yes.
some time slots there. So that would be dope as well. From the perspective of London.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. That would be
Speaking
dope.
of London, what's hot in the streets of London right now, man? I know the rent is a bit steep. I know people have to, some 2, 3 jobs. How are you
Yeah,
looking
how
so
you
comfortable? How
yeah.
many jobs are you working? What's going on with you, my man?
Hey, the rent in London is not nice at all. If you're not prepared, it's not nice. So right now, I am doing 3 things. So that is one. Still studies. I'm still in studies. I'm doing my
Okay.
music business.
Okay.
With that one, you get help with the government. It's with this. See,
Oh,
the thing with the UK is when you pick a course, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you don't the money they pay for it, but you have to pay the money back after 30 years or what stuff like that. So that's that covering. Top of that, I've got part-time job, which is me. That is acting, dancing, filming, and coaching other artists here in London who wants to get out there because I've got experience of working with new artists.
Mm-hmm.
That means I've created a service for myself for other people here in London who wants to be an artist. I can just literally give them the guidance and the playbook of what to do and how to start. Do you know what I mean? And from there, they can take it away. So that's like a small mini course where I can charge people and do one-to-one, get you set up, bring a laptop, show me what you got and what are you trying to do. And I
Yeah.
can get most of your work done in less than 4 hours. So that's a service which I call freelance. So most people here in London are freelancing because the jobs here in London, hey, some of them they pay good, but some of them it's hard to get. Some of them it's like, hey, you have to be certain experience for for you to land this job. You have to be able to have done this for 10 years experience before we can start giving you the job. So it's like,
rather be self-employed.
I've paid for school fees. Now you're telling me I need 10 years experience before I can start the job that I've been learning. You're mad.
It's everywhere. That's everywhere. That's everywhere. And apart from that, like what else is, at the moment, what's happening in London that if we're tourists flying there, what should we, know about? If you're packing our bags right now, you look like it's quite chilly out there.
It's cold.
Okay. Okay, I can
It's
imagine.
cold. Here in London it's a hit and miss. So right now it's cold and it's hot. It can be hot right now for like 4 hours. Give it 2 minutes, rain, thunder will come down. That's how England works. So it's kind of hecky. But at the moment right now we've been getting a bit of sunshine. But if you're black and you've been here long enough, you know not to be fooled by the sunshine here in the UK. So that's why I'm always ready. But for all I can say, if you ever come to the UK, bring umbrella, bring a jacket, bring another jacket, bring wellies. Don't bring sliders, don't bring sandals because there's no point.
Yeah.
leave that at home and bring hats and bring loads of money. And no, not money, bring loads of food because you may be able to get apples for free back home
Yeah.
in Africa, oranges.
Yeah.
For you to get an apple and orange, you have to go to the store in Tesco and buy it. When I came to the UK at a young age, I wanted to get an apple. Like back home, I can pull it down for free. Why am I getting stopped and saying you're stealing? I'm like, but it's apple.
So you can't.
This is me as a little boy. But yeah,
can't
bring
put
lots of
it-
food.
Yeah.
Can they come again?
I said you can't be pulling up apples off people's trees in the UK.
Obviously not, but at home
Yeah,
we
that's
have so many natural things where it's
Yeah.
everywhere is food. That you
Yeah.
don't have to buy £5.99
Yeah.
to have a meal. Do you know what I mean? Here in the UK, it is quite difficult, but there's a lot of support system that helps for those people who are struggling in any circumstance you're in. But I just don't like how food, water, and all this stuff that is God given. Again, me, I'm a very I wouldn't say I'm a religious person, but I'm a very believer of God. So when I see these things, I'm like, hey, God, this,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And how is the one thing that I've always wanted to find out? How is the culture? How is the culture down there? And is there a certain community that actually holding each other together? How's the culture there?
Africans.
The culture in the UK is mixed. We've got so many mixed cultures where even you can adapt in any culture, whatever culture you want to be part of. But we're easygoing people here in the UK, and although sometimes some cultures do clash with each other, and you might get a bit of a confliction, but that doesn't stop you from being who you are. Do you know what I mean? I think here in the UK is like you can be whoever you want. You can join whatever community or culture you want. African people, we've got the Zim people, the Nigerians people, we've got the South African people. We all have our communities, but at the end of the day, in the UK, we're all mixed. Like we mix with each other. Like across the road, you might see a Chinese person and a Zimbabwe person have a restaurant together.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
quite mixed in the UK. So I really do enjoy the cultures in the UK. I've adapted in with the UK culture quite quick with the its. We say mate, fish and chips. So I've adapted here quite quick. And the fun thing about the English people is they enjoy learning about other people's culture. Even though some people may say, "Oh, well, we're racist and stuff like that," or the UK are bad vibes. Yes, we may be bad vibes, or we actually enjoy each other's cultures here in the UK.
That's pretty dope, man. You know what we normally do? This channel is normally profiling artists and DJs, and it's all about music. So just want to find out from you, someone who's been a dancer and somebody who's you know a lot about music. So who's on your playlist and who is your top five?
Who is on my friend? That's a good one. Hey, top playlist. Okay, number one, my artist Kiala. And number
Okay,
two, Flower.
six. Top six.
Six.
So yeah, we're gonna scrap that number one.
So we've got Kiala number one. Number two, recently I've been listening to Flower of Love. Go check her out. Flower of Love. She's amazing. And hey, it's really hard. Big Trippy. So we've got Kiala, Flower of Love, Big Trippy, Central C, J Hoss.
Yeah.
It has to be Burna Boy.
Jay has
Yeah.
It has to be Burna Boy, but those are my six favorite artists. What I've got my eyes on so far. But the one I've got really my eyes on, Flower of Love. You guys, please go and check her out. She's a UK black artist who is hitting the waves right now in the UK, America, and Europe as well. Go and check her out. She's super dope. And D-Ray, go and check out D-Ray.
I want to ask. I need to get into the culture now. And I'm in London. Is there a place where I can get African food there?
Yes, everywhere, plenty, everywhere. We're everywhere. Come Brixton.
Your favorite place? Oh, Brixton.
Come Brixton. What you want some? You want some jerk chicken or rice?
What's your favorite African meal?
My favorite African meal has got to be. I love puff puffs. I like the
puffs. Which one is puff puffs, my friend?
Puff puff is like the balls, the sweet balls. It's like buffaloes. You know buffaloes?
Like meatballs.
Not meatballs. They're like meatballs, but they're not meat.
Okay.
So what are they made?
Like dumplings.
Dumplings. Okay.
Yeah, but we call them puff puffs. In my language, we call them mandasis. I don't know if you've heard of mandasis.
I think you in South Africa we call them.
Yeah, something similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have hard shell or soft shell.
Yeah, it's brown. You fry it. It's like a donut.
Yeah,
It's like a donut.
Fat cake. Yeah, fat cake. Fat cook. Yeah.
Yeah, it literally tastes like a donut, man. It tastes like a donut. It's quite sweet. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Yeah,
So that's
interesting.
that's that. And hey, my gizzards.
Kila man, yeah. Okay, yeah.
You can't go wrong. You can't
So
go
you
wrong.
cook. So you cook gizzards there in London, boy. You make,
Hey, I don't cook gizzards. I just order them.
but they don't. They don't sell
The,
now.
the only thing I'm cooking is puff puffs. I think I'm quite good at puff puffs and
Oh,
rice.
Is it?
everything else,
Interesting, man.
Uber Eats.
They
It's
take my money.
expensive.
I rather cook at home. Do you
Sure.
say Uber Eats?
Yeah.
No.
My friend, forget
Okay.
it. What did you say? What was your next question?
Man, I just want to find out from you, you've traveled throughout a lot of industries, dance, theater, movies. What are some lessons that you've learned for someone who wants to do all of these? And maybe some particular, what are the lessons, the main tips?
One of the lessons I've learned is never burn bridges. Number two, be patient. Number three, when you get into a conflict, do not take it personal. It's part of the journey for you to argue so that you can be better for the next time. Do you know what I mean? And save money. Don't waste money on people who are not going to benefit you. Don't invest money in people who are not going to give you extra helping hand. That's because you've helped them. It doesn't mean you're it's by law you have to be with them. No, 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 no. Don't be afraid to say no. Do you know what I mean? Less yeses, more nos. That's
Aye,
what I've learned.
spot on. Aye, that's one. Aye. Definitely, definitely. Yeah,
And most importantly, being in this industry, once you've adapted a little bit of, like, let's say 3 years or five, is it's never too late to start again. Even if you've done it 5 years and 1 year is like, I've lost it all. If you've lost it, good. It was God's will that you've lost it. You were supposed to lose it. Start again. Because when you start a game, you're not starting a game with a plain page. You're starting a game with knowledge, experience, network, and people you've known in the past. So my advice to anybody out there is never too late to start a game.
okay, so now I want to know. So if now I'm trying to get some representation from your company, what services do you offer, and how do I go about getting those services from you?
Yeah, well, the service that I offer is literally one to one. Anybody, whatever they want to be, whatever it is that is part of the music industry or entertainment industry, hit me up. Just tell me what you have got planned, and I'll just give you my honest opinion, feedback, and ideas of, hey, maybe you should try this angle, give this a go, and I'll give you strategies for you to try it out. So yeah, man, whatever it is in the industry that you have questions that you're trying to do to make it big, or you need help with, or you need a little bit of knowledge, say, hey, I want to do something, I want to release my song out. How do I go about it? Don't be afraid, just hit me up. I'm not those people where you hit them up, they're like, okay, you need to book a consultant meeting, it will cost you £1,000. No, 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 no. Because I feel like some of this knowledge that I have learned myself should be given out for free to anybody. It's up to you for you to take the action. If you don't succeed after I've given you my information and knowledge, it's because you're not taking action.
That's straight. I know. You're on fire today. Everything. Not
Just,
this weekend.
just dropping the gem, right? Gem.
And that's why, because I thought, that's so funny because a lot of people say this, literally what you've said. I think every time I speak to somebody and it's a topic that's got to do with music or the industry, I give out more information more than I'm supposed to because people are like, hey, why you give too much answer? Just give them a little bit, don't give them everything. I'm like, what's the point? Give them everything. Did God not give us everything? He came here. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I feel like it is my responsibility for anybody who asks me a question and they generally are interested and want to know. I will literally give you the answer from the bottom of my heart. I won't hide anything. I will literally tell you from my own experience and my own ideas. I'm like, hey, try this, do this. this shouldn't really be happening. You shouldn't be doing this, people. This is what's happening.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah.
And where do people get in contact with you? How do people get your services?
People can contact me on social media on Instagram. So I have 3 Instagram accounts. So my personal Instagram is called It's M Roses. That's ITSM Roses. And my music management, anybody who's interested in music, follow me on Roses Management on Instagram. And anybody who's interested in the entertainment industry, that's acting or whatever it is, follow me on Make It Big Entertainment.
Make it big entertainment. That's the interest. Right. Any email just for some people wanna throw questions?
Yeah, if you want to email me, just email michaelroses@mail.com. That's MICHEL, Michael Roses, ROSES @mail, MAIN, mail.com.
Awesome. All right.
Exciting stuff.
One more thing. What is the one song that best describes you?
Michael Jackson, Rockin' Robin.
Okay. I'm gonna play that tonight just to try understand you more.
What, you never heard Michael Jackson or Rockin' Robin? Boy, what year were you born?
No, I probably have. I just probably, I must just check it out. Let me check my archives. Maybe I've heard it before, but I'm not familiar with it.
It's an old school song, but that's that best described me. And I want to give a song that described me from your country, and it's this song. Please forgive me if I don't pronounce it right. Hey, are you ready?
Yeah.
It's the song that goes Kokoroko, aya Kokoroko.
Balingo. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what put that song on. I'm dancing. Yeah, I like that song. In fact, I filmed his interview a couple months ago. He came to the UK. Tebza. He was he was in the UK not long ago, and he did an interview for Brixton Stop, and I was his cameraman on that day. I just filmed his interview. And I was he showed me, I didn't know who he was, but I've heard his song in the UK, but never knew who the guy was until he came. I was like, dude, your song is amazing, bro. Like, I'm moving, grooving, dancing, doing it, like
amazing. No, man,
it's very hyper, very hyper. I believe you. But but you can reach out to us anytime. Anytime.
Let's actually work. Don't just reach out. Let's work, man. We be down to work, man. We always and keen. Cell phones have made things so much easier.
Yeah.
Internet. Let's just get things done, man. It's such a great pleasure, meeting you, and let's do more of this. Okay.
I definitely do want to do more of this with you guys. In fact, even doing this, so go.
I was saying we should set one up with your artists as well.
I will. In fact, I was going to explain more. I was going to say, even having this interview between us people doing this has also, I've been creating ideas in my head. I already know the next step what to do. So I definitely want to push you guys also here in the UK. Find a way how I can just be like, guys, you want to be heard in South Africa? I've got a couple of groups that do radio. Just have the internet, have your tripod, set up Zoom, and just international. Do you know what I mean? So if I can help to bridge a gap way to bring people for your interview, and then you get me, vice versa. Do you know what I mean?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Amazing.
Thank you.
You are again the first person from the UK that we've actually
So
from Europe, that side of Europe. Everyone is.
Oh, that's dope. What you guys think of my accent?
I think it's good. It's not too much. It's not annoying. It's okay. It's good.
Yeah. What's your best English accent? Give me a line from Top Boy.
I'm not Top Boy. We're a Top Boy fan. I'm sorry. I'm a Power Book. I'm Power Universe kind of guy.
Oh, you watch Power?
Yeah, I love Power. I love Guy Ritchie though. I love Guy Ritchie films.
Is the new one come out yet? The new one. Do you know after when he shot him in it, when his best mate backed him in it?
we're watching right now. We're watching BMF.
Yeah, and then Power Book 2, I think it just came out, but it's the last season.
It's not yet. It's still coming out. Not yet. It's only come out in June.
Is this when Tariq is with Tommy now? They're in Chicago.
Yeah. So they need to wrap it up now. Tariq has to finish varsity to get his inheritance and whatnot. Yeah. So it's pretty exciting. The Tahadas fate as well. So it's pretty exciting. And 50 Cent got a studio now in
released it today.
Yeah, it's good.
Damn, I'll check it out. Check it out. We've been behind it. Thank you, man.
Yeah, we'll do this again very soon, of course.
Exactly.
Keep warm, man. Keep warm.
Yeah.
We are preparing for our winter season. You know, it's coming up soon. So hopefully for you, not much difference. Yeah.
We've got summer coming up.
Yeah, do enjoy.
But it feels like winter every day, every season. But it is what it is, man. We move.
Yeah, hopefully we'll come out, and if we do, we definitely have to hit you up. You're the first person that we have to hit you up.
So when I saw you in Malawi, yeah?
I've not been in. I left Malawi when I was 6 years old. I'm 27 years old right now.
What year was that?
2003. I'll say 2003. 2002, 3. Since then, I've not been back home yet because, I've not been back home. I have my reason. The reason why I feel like I'm not ready to go back home if I've not made it here yet. The whole reason for me to go back home is to bring it back home.
You are.
So, honestly, I'm really trying to find a way where I can find a charity where I can find somebody who can that can take stuff from the UK and ship it over to my country. Do you know what I mean? But again, it's quite hard to have to trust somebody and be like, hey, can you just stay in Malawi for 2 years? We're going to be giving you stuff for the people and just go around. It's very hard. So I feel like you need to create a bond with somebody. For example, like this is like a start of a relationship and a communication. Do you know what I mean? The better you know about somebody and you see this person has got passion and drive to help others, things become much more balanceable to communicate and to make things work out. Do you know what I mean? But for now, I'm figuring it out. But I have so much love for my country, man. Even I don't want to be here. I want to leave. I'll leave right now if I can't.
Yeah.
Nah, that's been amazing. Eye-opening.
A lot of knowledge dropped, and then people that get to see this, get to actually hear. We should actually put a disclaimer at the beginning of the video that have your pen and paper ready. It's about to be a
gems and gems.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me, man.
You have a good night.
It's a pleasure.
You too. Peace.